This strategy, it was believed, would win liberal support for a very conservative idea. After all, conservatives have wanted to privatize education for a very long time. And they were right. Liberals could not resist this very carefully framed narrative. So today we see Wall Street hedge fund managers, large numbers of them, and billionaires saying that they're leading the civil rights movement of our time. I have trouble imagining Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. walking arm in arm with billionaires in a crusade to privatize control of public education. Dr. King understood that social movements need a mass base. They are never based in Wall Street. He understood that the civil rights movement depended on its moral authority as well as its ability to mobilize poor and working people in coalition with labor unions, not in attacking them. He had no desire to privatize anything in the public sector. He wanted to make private interest bow to the demands of the public interest. As I watch these right-wing politicians doing their best to destroy the public sector unions, I recall that Dr. King was assassinated at the very time that he was fighting to organize the sanitation workers of Memphis, Tennessee. In September, I visited Finland, and I want to share with you what this tiny nation has accomplished. It regularly scores at the top of the international test in reading and math and in science. It has the least variance from one school to the next, meaning that almost every school in the country is a good school, regardless of who attends it. Students in Finland never take a standardized test until they finish high school. Teachers in Finland are required to have a master's degree. No one is allowed to teach with an online degree or with 5 weeks of training. Teaching is a highly respected profession. Parents trust teachers. Teachers have autonomy to exercise their professionalism. Every child has regular medical checkups and health care at no cost to the family. Schools have health clinics, whereas more than 20% of our children in the United States live in poverty. Less than 4% of Finnish children are in poverty. What a difference that makes. Children come to school ready to learn, not burdened by the disadvantages of poverty. And here's another, which is absolutely astonishing. Higher education is tuition-free for all. How do they do it? They do it because when I paid for a meal, I paid a 19% tax on my meal, and I said, I am helping to build a great Finnish education system. Finland has no charter schools, no vouchers, no merit pay, no standardized testing. Instead, every single teacher is trained and prepared to take care of the needs of children, all kinds of children. If children are having learning problems, there are specialists and social workers and counselors in every school to take care of them, beginning in the earliest grades, and to provide whatever assistance is needed to help them. Nearly half of all Finnish students get extra attention and services in the early years of schooling. You might say that about half their students have individualized education plans. Finland has no tracking, none. All children get the education and support they need to succeed in school. Finland does not have a longer school day. It does not have a longer school year. They believe that less is more. Do the right thing early, do it often, and believe in children and teachers. Finnish schools emphasize creativity, ingenuity, problem solving, the arts, projects, activities, physical education, and risk-taking. I felt that as though I had stepped into an alternate universe. By the way, Finnish teachers and principals all belong to the same union, and it doesn't seem to be a problem. So what can we do? First, unless your job is at risk, we should speak out. We should speak out when politicians say, we can't do that, there's no more money. There's money to do what we want to do. There's money to fight wars in the Middle East. There's money to give big corporate tax breaks. There's money so that some corporations don't pay any taxes. There's enough money for the 1% of this nation to live lives of great splendor. Why is there not enough money to provide basic public services that every child needs?